I have now clicked the record button, and I say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Nejire 2, huh?
Yeah, a character you oddly kept out of your top 30 list, Tam. Kind of wild.
That's because I don't believe in her. But I'm excited for you to convince me today.
Probably not. She struggles to kill people. That's an important part of the game.
That is an important part of the game.
That's what the doctor's here for, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, quick pitch is Nejire Hado 2. Everyone knows if it's Misplay LLC on the mic, it's probably him talking about Toga of some sort or Nejire of some sort. We have latest Nejire. Character is absolutely cracked on defense. I'm talking like I'm blocking like 4 moves on no progressive and building like 3 foundations on defense sometimes on my rival's turn. It's kind of insane.
Mm-hmm.
However, even though she's great at sculpting with her top enhance, being able to grab any 4 diff range, which obviously you just want to do kind of a toolbox. I'm a big sucker for toolbox characters.
Yeah.
Outside of quite literally, I think Immortal Shapeshifter and Nejire Chan are the big 3. You don't have any ways to put damage on anything, so you're kind of relying on your attacks such as Spiral Blast and Nejire Flood, which, by the way, should not be a 2-check. I will die on that hill. Getting damage from you being at full, which isn't always a possibility, because sometimes you just get, absolutely slugged and you're not anywhere near full. So it's kind of rough finding the damage to actually fully kill people, which is the main focus I want to have from the deck doc, is trying to find ways to, just murder people. In game, of course.
Huh. What is?
And obviously on the life symbol.
This is the life symbol. This looks like a relic from a previous build. This and this. You definitely had Storm of Arrows in this deck at some point.
I never had Storm of Arrows in this deck.
Why is Flaming Arrow and Size Reduction in your deck? Is size
reduction. Size reduction is in there because our beloved Pippa has been preaching this card in Nejire 2 to me anytime I talk to her about this character. I don't see it. I told her I would try it out, put it in as a 2-of, and yeah, I haven't had a chance to test it since putting it in. I literally put it in like 2 days ago.
Okay.
But she swears by it.
Okay.
I don't know. She said it's another powerful move that you get to play, which does help with the whole damage thing. However, I find finding momentum outside of Dual Needle Lunge consistently is a bit rough. So I don't know where I'm getting a ton of it. But yeah, that's just in there. It's one of the things I'm definitely not fully attached to.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't. Honestly, you're right. Flaming Arrow should probably just be like Gouging Needle or something, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like it's just blank, but the powerful's cool.
Yeah. The powerful is
But Gouging Needle probably is like just like the better idea, And you can just go pick up Gouging Needle every turn. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the number one thing that I want to talk about is the life symbol has a really easy way to kill people now, and it's just training weights.
Yeah.
I should put
elaborate, please, for the people at home.
Sideboard. So training weights combined with Defiant Stance is just free damage.
I see, says the blind man.
This tactic is just like silly. It's really, really silly. Like it's really, really silly. And this card's ability to like make real moves happen is like really strong. Like this just says that like when you go for your double Spirit Blast, if you've got double Spirit Blast and Training Weights and Defiant Stance, this is a 7 damage move into a 9 damage move, right? And like that's what you want. Like a 7 then 9 is like, and then if you are building on defense, right, which means you have more foundations than the average bear, which means you just turn your face down sideways in order to give them more stats, right?
Yeah.
And so like the issue is like you have to move things like without a vision has to drop down. Things like Curious About Quirks has to drop down. Things like in order to find the room, you have to make the room. This should probably be like a 2 of. This should probably be a 3 of, right?
Yeah, and we already have a lot of high blocks in the deck too.
What do our stats look like? Yeah. And so like
I mean, that's why we play Fruit Tart.
Fruit Tart makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an idea of where like you take out new training method and just slot in this guy, but this is
I
only
get
really
that.
good with training weights.
Yeah,
right?
new training is just good in general because like if you block with it, build it down, you get to build 2 foundations with Nejire instead of 1 and stuff like that. It also like it does some really cool stuff with Size Specialist too. Size Specialist in this character is top 5 most screwed up things I've seen. It's actually it's crazy.
This card's great.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
Yeah, because you get to so for the people at home, right? You have Side Specialist in your hand, right? No, you have it in your stage.
Usually you'd have it out already,
and then you block with it, and then you block with a foundation. You lift Size Specialist, and then you build the foundation, and then you block with Size Specialist, and then you build it with Nejire. You block with another thing, lift Size Specialist, and then build that fresh one.
Exactly.
It's very, very strong. She only shares 1 symbol with it. There's a reason to play the life symbol for sure.
It's definitely
it's a
the life
1/5. It's very strong.
It's just solid all around.
Yeah. But like this is the way that I think that life decks are really killing people right now. Is just these ones, or right like instead of double spirit, like so we've got double spirit blast and spiral blast. These are just both also great ways to kill people. Of just like I'm just gonna echo you. There's an idea where maybe you're supposed to be playing things like Perseverance to go pick up attack cards, bonus attack cards. Like you get the 4 diffs with her, you get the 5 diffs with Urmeshis, but I get another 2 diff that you're tossing in your deck. Like I'll put it in the sideboard.
For sure. I think it was in like version 1.0 of the list, but I cut it just because, like I said, momentum kind of feels tough to grab outside of Donin Electric. Sometimes like it's similar with like Nejire on face gives no stats, and you have foundations that give damage. Finding the speed can be a little bit more rough. So like a lot of your moves are honestly for printed speed. So outside of like double spirit blast itself, you're not really messing with their blocks too much.
I mean, the other idea is like depending on how long you string out, exam strategy is not a bad idea. Like even just giving your move +3/+3 is pretty good. You like I will like the idea is I'm gonna block with my exam strategy. I'm gonna build it in. I'll build another one and so on and so forth until I like find my Exodia, and then pop off. And it accidentally has deflect 2 as like a bonus, to do the thing. Like it doesn't. It's not abysmal.
It's not. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm not sure how I feel about it being in 3 diff and everything because we already have the Without a Vision, and I don't want too many 3 diffs with us playing the aforementioned 2 check, unfortunately.
Do you feel you need this card?
Honestly, that card, when I do kill people, is a big reason for it because you just play it on a 6 as like your 3rd card, stun 3 their last 3 foundations, and then any attack afterwards that you can actually put numbers on, whether it's with your foundations that get damage or if it's one of the powerful moves, actually allows you to get in.
Okay.
4 diff ranged,
That might be why you are playing the arrows and not the other one.
Oh yeah, gouging's
Yeah, it's not ranged. Camouflage counter seems like a kind of a silly thing to do here, right?
I honestly haven't looked at that card outside of any Asui character. So after another attack deals damage.
Yeah, after another attack deals damage, you can add it to the top of your deck, and then, like instant shining flash is very good.
I haven't updated I barely updated the list since Instant Shining got reprinted, which I definitely need to.
What?
I don't actually know. This came in the same set. Why didn't I?
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
Listen, Tam, I've been watching the Mavericks game, and I'm like 5 shots in. This is a very scuffed deck dog right now.
Love that for all of us.
Yeah. Everybody in chat, have a good night.
Am I crazy? I am crazy. Man, I'm a big fan of A Sun's Love right now, but maybe not. There is an idea where We could play copies of the Asui card as well as just like do our best Asui impersonation and play copies of window shopping.
We're not. I don't know about impersonating. We're trying to be Nejire 2 here, Tam.
Yeah.
You know, future top 5 character in the game.
This is just an easy, like, you just like go and pick up the thing, and then like it counts as a move and it clears the card pool, and you stack it on top of your deck and you go find it again, and like it's not bad, right? It's not bad.
I agree.
Let's go back and check the attacks that we have available to us that we can go pick up, just to be clear.
I had finger daggers on the list for a little while, but ended up cutting it for other pieces. It just felt.
Hula hoop is always a 4 mid 7 in your character if you just go pick it up.
Honestly, not. Yeah, fair.
Nejire wave is not bad. Single spiral is not bad, right?
Single spiral was in the list for a little while too, but got cut to make room. I think that's what I cut to try the powerful 2 weapon block move that Pippa's big on.
Sure. Pan attack has been played. I mean, Viral Cosmos? Does this have any? If I play this, we both draw a card? Do we care? We probably do.
Probably card draw wouldn't be bad, but it's also a low block, which isn't terrible.
7 damage 4 diff, or we don't care about it, right? As this like an opener. Like they choose not to block, and you go, actually it was for 7. They choose to partial block. Actually it was for 7. Take 4.
Play an overhaul minigame.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing I would maybe want to add is just instant shining flash, but like Nejire Flood is the card, right? It's like that's the obvious one to cut, but you like this one.
I would say size reduction is probably the one to cut.
Well, you're trying to test this card, so we can't cut this card.
I mean, okay,
you've played
I
no
need
games
to test it,
right? And so you have to
I know. I'm just not sold on it. I know what Pippa is, and I gotta trust.
Also,
Pippa.
8 low blocks, 6 high blocks. Like the other idea, right? And this is crazy. You could just reduce your 4 difficulty count, go up to more 5s, because you could just go find an attack every turn. Like, you just find the 4 diffs. You don't need that many of them.
Play at least one attack to go find the 4 diffs.
Well, or they could play one.
I mean, yes, but that's if I'm gonna be honest. I do. Maybe that's why I'm struggling to kill people, because I like to use it on their turn. Not always. If they're not trying to kill me, I like to use it just to sculpt. But there are a lot of times where that's where you go pick up the last block mod you need to not die.
Sure. I mean, that's a way to play it, right? But the other way is like, I've got Spiral Blast, I've got Dual Needle Lunge, I've got whatever, and like I'm slamming too, right?
I just need a power. Yeah, I just need a follow up. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's not even a deck. Maybe it's more of a playstyle issue.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
I'm a big fan of Spirit Gun Mega, but we already have Nejire Flood in here, and there's no way
we can
Nejire Flood and Spirit Gun Mega.
We can drop Nejire, not for Spirit Gun Mega probably, but we can drop Nejire Flood down to like 3 or 2, even if we needed to, just because, like you said, we can pick it. Once I check one of them or have one in the discard pile, I can just pick it up at any point.
I'm a big fan of like a 2 and 2 split here. Keep your low block, and like the idea of this card, you just go pick it up and like get rid of their momentum is like so strong, right?
For sure. It also makes playing next cards easy randomly.
Yeah. And then there's the idea of like, okay, so now we have Flaming Arrow. Size reduction is a ranged weapon. Instant Shining Flash is a ranged weapon.
Do we play Storm of Arrows?
Does this stop being Double Spirit Blast and start being Storm of Arrows? And now on turn 2, when I play a 4 diff, I play Storm of Arrows. I go pick up a 4 diff, I echo it, I play my 4 diff, right? Like,
Yeah.
In that case, maybe Nejire Flood isn't supposed to be in here, and it's actually supposed to be 4 instant shiny flashes, because this says that your Storm of Arrows is on a 5.
Have to get 2 more instant shining flashes. But we have TTS to test that shit beforehand.
You don't have them. You don't have them from set 1.
I only have 2 from set 1 actually. I never played more than 2.
Interesting. But like,
yeah, I just never had a need for more than 2.
This card, like, you just like, this says that you get to echo that card. This says you get to echo that card. This says, like, all of these say you get to echo them, and then this is
Maybe
like a
it
bonus,
just
right?
I mean, but that comes down to the same. Double Spirit Blast gives so many stats on long string turns versus Storm of Arrows just being itself. Because, like I said, the issue I've been having is definitely just the lack of stats. Which I guess,
Sure.
I mean, that's still the same volume attack, so it's still just 1 echo attack.
Yeah, but this says you have to wait a turn to make the echo happen.
True, you do.
And Storm doesn't,
yeah.
right?
True.
Storm gets it, like, if you go instant shiny flash into double spirit blast, you play 2 attacks. If you go instant shiny flash into double spirit blast, you actually get to play 4 attacks.
Is it ever double Spirit Blast and Storm of Arrows over Spiral Blast, or is Spiral Blast?
I like Spiral Blast a lot because it has this cool deadlock ability.
Deadlock,
to just go find,
and we are
snag
lacking
2 momentum,
Deadlock.
right? Snag 2
And this
momentum,
deck likes to build a lot.
and it says gain 2 health, and you are reducing your maximum health, so like it's also like plus damage.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There's, I think it's at least worth trying, right? And if you don't like it, just put it back because this does help with longer strings. But this is a slightly more aggressive deck.
For sure. Now let's try it. Let's try Storm of Arrows over Double Spirit. See how it goes.
Let's
Cut the floods, bump up the
do
instance.
this. Double Spirit Blast can leave, and then Storm of Arrows. We're gonna put you at the 4 of. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna take Nejire Wave and I'm gonna drop it down to a 1 of.
No, it's okay.
Still keeps your 21 attack ratio. If you want 22 to make it a little thicker, we could put this back. That's okay.
Yeah.
But
I more Nejire cards.
I want 4 Storm of Arrows because
We need to find it.
I have to find it, right? Because I need to see. So now, Storm of Arrows tactically works with, or the idea is like we take and do 1 Nejire Wave, and then do more Flaming Arrows. And so this is Storm of Arrows
definitely going to
copies
bump
off
the
of
high
its-
block up more.
Yes.
And not that much. It only went up 1.
Well, we have to have this as the opener, right? So we
Yeah,
got,
yeah.
10 of them that is the opener, and then another 4 that works with themselves, or dual needle lunge says that it works, right? And so like any of these, specifically instant shiny flash into Storm of Arrows, is flash arrow on the second arrow, just pick up the first flash again, play flash. And so you just turn with your character. You
just throw
this,
4 4 high attacks at them, and sometimes you're putting damage on them with like your foundations.
Correct.
Okay, I could definitely see that helping kill people. Because who holds 4 high blocks nowadays?
Especially on turn 2, and it was check a 4, check a 5, check a 5, check a 5.
Yeah.
So like, and at any point, you could just give up. You could just stop.
Yeah, you can just stop if you check 2 3s.
Okay. Attacks or damage, excuse me. You are not playing. Why does this have a 0? That's weird. You're not playing floating.
Floating around my base? Because I don't want. Because sometimes you just can't use it because you don't want to remove pieces.
Yeah, I hear you, but you only do this once per turn, and on the turn that you kill them, having +1 damage to everything kills them.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds a lot better.
I'm not saying it's a 4 of. I'm saying it's a 2 of.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Like, and sometimes, right? You've got 3 foundations on top. That's just not doing you any good. Remove them. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
But normally, you're just like, you're not playing this card unless it's killing them. Actually, we'll put it to a 1 of. It's just a little bonus. Little bonus.
Okay. It's there.
Without a vision, it's going to drop down to a 1 of, just because we're trying to cut room. Riku's agency trainees. What's going on with this guy?
I needed low block stam.
Sure. Nejire Charm to the big 3. We have it and Immortal Shapeshifter. These are doing the same job.
Yeah, I had him. It's Immortal Shapeshifter because it gains health.
Okay. This one leaves.
Well, it gains health more consistently.
Curious about quirks. I think this card is honestly not very good.
Really?
Yeah. Of the 1/5 flip draw card, this card is so gated by what my rival does that I don't think that...
Who doesn't want to use their character?
Sometimes it's only playable on defense, right? Which is like the issue.
I guess. Okay, that's a fair take. But usually when I'm wanting it, I want it on defense just because it allowed me to be more aggressive on build. But I hear what you're saying. Whenever, like, yeah, if you sometimes you need that one extra draw on offense, and if they don't do their character, you just don't get that extra draw.
I'm gonna cut it.
Whoa! Okay.
I'm gonna put in a second floating.
Oh,
and
he's
now
gonna slowly
we're
put 3 floating on my babies.
63. No. And I'm gonna put a 4th resting up in your deck.
Okay. I mean, it's very good in this character. She commits.
I'll look at my difficulties. Tons of spam. And we got rid of the 2-check. Like, your deck is gonna be way more consistent. Like, way more consistent. Yeah. We're down to 64 cards. We cut a little fluff. It's like the deck should just kill people faster now.
Okay.
Yeah. You should be able to play.
We haven't put the training weights and divine stance in.
So I think we're gonna wait on it because this card just like activates your aggression a little sooner. And if you still need that, we can then look at training weights and define stance. Right? And because like the other thing is like when we look at our difficulties, like we want to put in 2 training weights. What do we cut? Right? Or we just slam it on top, and that's probably not great. We put in 3 defiant stance. What do we cut? Put it on top. That's not. It's
gotta be high blocks, but all the high blocks are pretty good.
I think the number one thing that you're supposed to do is I think that this character, you asked for a toolbox, and the number one thing that you can do is this. I think this is supposed to be in your sideboard.
Nejire 1?
Yeah.
Damn. You don't have to tell me twice to play 2 Nejires in one deck.
If my rival's defense is fraudulent, putting +2 damage on your Storm of Arrows and
all
making
my
them
attacks
7 damage is crazy. Right? So let's go back to that same line. You ready? 6 damage, 7 damage, 7 damage on turn 2. Right? Oh, this was 20 damage that I played on my 2 cards, and I'm a 7-hander, so I probably found him. Like that is, you ready? That is 4 damage plus 5 damage plus 5 damage plus 4 damage. It's also 20, right? Or 18 rather, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, for sure.
This does just the same.
Nejire 1 on the sideboard definitely, doesn't sound bad. I could use both alt arts. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm down.
And
with
then
that,
and then you get even crazier, right? And let's say that their defense, they're able to really interact with you.
You play Jin.
You just play Jin. Now I'm putting +2 speed on everything, right? And so like you asked for the toolbox deck. This is just Life Echo toolbox, and you have Nejire 2 to go pick up the pieces that you need, right? Bing, bang, boom, incredible blocks, just nutso blocks, so that you don't die that way, and then you're still allowed to use Size Specialist to like hot swap
build in
cool things, but it's not quite as silly as with Nejire 2, right?
I'm vibing with it.
Yeah. Final thoughts?
I like it. I'm excited to actually try it out. Obviously, I'm probably still going to be grinding a lot of Toga 3 in preparation for June 29th. I heard there's a little event going on that day.
That's true.
But outside of that, I'll probably test it in some free game time that I have.
Hell yeah.
And go from there.
Love that. Absolutely love it. All right, buddy. Thank you for the support over on Patreon. I do greatly appreciate it. Stay on the line long enough for me to shoot you the list, and you have a great night, okay?
Yeah. You too.